So heading to problem 5, we're going to see a lot more of the same. Where we're finding periods. We'll be writing equations, so we'll have to find the a, b values as well. So heading to problem 5a, we're going to find the period of the sine curve, and then we're going to find the equation. So keep in mind, period is the length of one cycle. So I'm just going to put that again above here. That's one cycle. So I'm going to trace a cycle. Then I'm going to use my theta intervals to calculate how far that one cycle went. So one cycle, I'm going to go up. I'm coming back down. It's still going one cycle. It's not completed all the way till we get right here. So pi was 3 of those squares. So 2 pi would be where the cycle ends. So one cycle, the period is going to be 2 pi. Now the equation you need to know two things. You need to know what the a is, which we can see our graph goes up to 2 right here, and it goes down to -2. So our a goes from 2 to -2 right there and right there. That means my a is going to be 2. And you need to know the b. So recall the equation. We looked back at problem 3 there. The equation to find your b is 2 pi divided by your period, which is 2 pi. And that's going to be 1. So our equation is going to be y equals 2 sine, and you could put the 1 there. You don't have to. I'm just going to leave it as theta. So 2 sine theta is going to be the equation for that particular sine curve. And the sine curve, it just keeps repeating, but we're just worried about where that period is. So the 0 to 2 pi is where that one cycle occurs. That's your period. Heading to problem 5b. So again, we'll trace a cycle. So we start at 0, we go up, we come down, we finish right at pi over 3. So that's going to be our period. Then the amplitude, we look at the highest point it gets to is 0.5. The lowest it gets to is -0.5. So my amplitude is going to be 0.5, or you could use 1/2. And we get to our b value. So b, recall, is going to be 2 pi divided by the period. And we're going to get a complex fraction again, 2 pi over 3, which is going to be the same as taking 2 pi times 3 over pi. So I'm multiplying by the reciprocal. So that complex fraction is just a division problem. 2 pi divided by pi over 3 is the same as taking 2 pi times 3 over pi. Pi's are going to cancel, and 2 times 3 is going to equal 6. So your b value is 6. So this one is going to be y equals 0.5 sine 6 theta. And there's going to be our equation. So the two big formulas that you can use, period equals 2 pi over b, and b equals 2 pi over your period. And that's going to help us start to find those b values depending on if we have our period or b. We can find either one.